Would you rather hook up with your smoking hot ex-lover or spend eternity with your current partner? Let's talk about it. Imagine the person you're in love with right now passes away and you got remarried, and then 50 years later, in the afterlife, you see this person you thought you'd never see again. And the last time that you saw each other, you were madly in love. Your connection is frozen in time, layered with love and grief and longing. It would feel like magic, right? Especially if you were reborn in the afterlife as your hot, sexy younger selves. Game over, right? Not so fast. So let me set the scene. Elizabeth Olsen's character Joan is put in the very uncomfortable and afterlife-altering decision of spending the rest of forever with her first husband, the first love of her life, who never came back from war and waited 67 years for her in purgatory, or her current husband of 65 years, who she built a lovely, beautifully ordinary life with. Don't get me wrong, Miles Teller is a handsome guy, but of course they had to choose Callum Turner, Dua Lipa's objectively hot-ass fiance, to play Luke, Joan's first lover. I mean, honestly, I don't even think they necessarily needed him to be that hot for this concept to work, but it was smart because I instantly was like, holy shit, that is so romantic. Like, girl, choose the guy you didn't get to have a life with. But then I realized how the decision to make him so irresistible preyed on our impulsivity as humans to want what we don't have. The grass is always greener on the other side. And on the other side of the fence, there's this person that you built a life with, who stuck by you through tragedies and celebrations and milestones. This is the person that you had children with, that you grew old with. Doesn't that mean something as well? Disclaimer. Obviously, this entire situation is dependent on the amount of love you have with your current partner. If they suck, fuck yeah, choose the hottie 100%. But with your first love, there are no guarantees. You would have lived an entire ass life. You would have evolved while this person who you once thought was your world is frozen in time, having not experienced the things you've experienced, the things that make you you. We are who we are because of the lives that we've lived, not the lives that we didn't get to live. And that's okay. There's a phrase in Greek philosophy that I love, but I'm not going to bore you with. But basically, in plain words, it says that most people, if offered the life of another person, would choose their own life, no matter the trauma. So basing your eternity on a what if, no matter how tempting and delicious and sexy that the outcome might be, that's a fantasy. So maybe life is hell on earth, or maybe it's paradise. But love before burden and all the messiness that makes the bond with your partner strong is just a seedling that has yet to sprout. Real love and a full life takes time and a few storms to truly bloom. But again, if your boyfriend sucks, absolutely choose Callum Turner. God damn, he's fine.